Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, welcome back to Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. I'm back. I'm recording another episode straight after my previous one. I'm feeling a little cocky, a little naughty. But all is well, all is well. I'm already enjoying it. It already feels good to be back in Ashina. I did review the previous episode, and I was okay with all of the sound settings apart from voice. I thought it was just a touch quiet voice settings for the in-game NPCs and stuff like that, so I have turned it up by one notch, but apart from that I think everything else was okay. So we've spoken to Emma at the temple. We've defeated our first mini-boss and increased the potency. Oh god. I'm still in Elden Ring mode, people. It's going to be triangle nightmares for me for a little bit, so I apologise. And we also got our first prosthetic tool, which I need to equip. That would help. There it is, loaded shuriken. Okay, so it's going to be the right trigger to use that one. Okay. So our next little area here. I am just thinking how I would like to go through here. I never kind of have a fixed way of doing this one. And honestly here, things can go wrong relatively quickly. So stealth would probably be the best idea here. And I think that's what I'm going to do for now. Because there's one enemy predominantly that I would like to take out if I could. Do you know what? Can I do this? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to play it cool just until I take out this tough enemy. So they are around here by this tree. So it's a big sumo guy. Oh, you can eavesdrop. I never even knew you could eavesdrop these guys.
どうにも悪い予感がするのじゃ。何を弱気なことを。両親とはいえ、一心様はご健在。源一郎様の弓も見事なものじゃ。加えて、鬼行部様もおるではないか。おお、鬼は行部正隆様か。確かにあのお方と鬼影が共にあれば、大手門が抜かれるなど考えられぬわ。
Well, apart from listening with my wrong ear there, a few names mentioned. So Ishin, Genichiro, and Gyobu. So let me... Oh, that was a little risky. I'm okay. As long as I get this guy, we're good. Now these big sumo guys on their own, they're called Taro, by the way. Taro Troop, I think. On their own, they're not too bad. It's when you have a lot of enemies at once that they become an issue, okay? Now, my main... Oh, hello. My main problem here is the projectile dudes, the gunners. And remember what I said in the previous episode, it's not a good idea in this game if you try to take on multiple enemies at once. Because 9 times out of 10 it's not going to end well for you, because these enemies don't really have much honor. They will hit you from all sides regardless of who you're fighting. Okay. Also, it's always been a little bit annoying, but I think after you do a backstab, it takes you out of crouch, which I always found a little counterintuitive. Oh, hello. Right. So these small fry I don't mind too much. Oh, hello. It's more the guy with the ghillie suits on that might be a problem if you wish to attack me. Okay, I don't want to take on 2 at once there. Enemies in this game don't have to... Oh shit! No! No! Sorry, people. I was going to say enemies in this game don't have much of an aggro range. So it doesn't take much to lose their aggro. And you'll see when their little arrow goes yellow, it means that they still know I'm about, but they don't know exactly where. So when it goes yellow, we can still get death blows on them. Yeah? So I think, where am I going to go here? Let's go down here. Okay. So they're all coming back to their posts, which is fine. Probably be a good idea to try and go back around them again. Behind, should I say. Maybe if I could just get up here. Just. Okay, so there's a dude there. We'll take him out. Hopefully there's no one behind me. We seem okay. Right, and then try and catch up with this guy. Where did they go? Oh, forgot about you. So, we may be able to get a kill from above here. Yeah. So, in a situation like that, if it's not much of a fall, I'd recommend doing a jump off the ledge first before you try and do a death blow from above. Otherwise, it might not initiate the red death icon. My controller feels a little bit weird here, you know, people. I wonder if my PS5 isn't receiving the signal properly. I apologise if that's the case. It happened a couple times throughout my Elden Ring playthrough, but it wasn't too much of an issue. So it better not cause me problems now. Okay. Right, there might be a couple more guards hidden away somewhere, but for now, let me get the goodies. Any goodies stashed away, so bin there. Was there anything else up here? I know we got a spirit emblem. That's fine. So yeah, as long as Sumo gets taken out, life gets a lot easier for us. Okay. Yeah, I think the signal's a bit weird on my controller. That's gonna fucking piss me off a little bit. Okay. So I'm just checking, was there anything else up this side? No. Right. There's a couple more enemies here, I think. Some chickadees. There we go. So, anyone who's afraid of birds, especially chickens, you're not going to be having a good time in this game, I'm afraid. Can I dash through this, please? What the devil are you doing, Sekiro? Usually you can dash into pots and stuff, but not there, it would seem. Okay, money. Give it to me, please. Thank you. So there is a lady up in this house. However, we're going to talk to this guy first. So apparently that's his dear old mum up there. And we can hear her ringing some sort of bell. What does she have to say?
Oh, Inosuke ka, segare yo. Waka-sama o minakatta ka no?
I swear I recognise her voice from an anime. I'm not your son. Do you know what? Let's just be nice to her. The son has already said she's a little bit unhinged.
なんじゃ、黙ってしもうて。腹でも痛いかの？そなたは昔から腹を下しやすかったな。まあよい。せがれよ。この鈴をそなたに託そう。 若様のことを案じ、作った守り鈴じゃ。この守り鈴を仏様にお供えしておくれ。
There we got the bell, young lord's bell charm. A bell charm received from an old woman who asked that it be offered to Buddha. Bell charms protect their holders through Buddha's divine protection. If one finds themselves the owner of another's bell charm, offering it to Buddha on their behalf is common courtesy. The sculptor at the dilapidated temple can advise on how it should be offered. So, we've actually already seen that kind-faced Buddha that the sculptor mentioned that's in the temple.
伊之助、我がせがれよ。守り鈴は仏様に備えてくれたかえ？ほら、偏屈な仏師がおるあれ寺があるじゃろう。仏様ならそこにおられるでな。
Couple questions. Why do you have blood in your hair? And secondly, how did you get up here? Crazy old people for you. What are you gonna do? You turn your back for 1 second and there they are, up in a building. Anyway, give me a second, people. I'm actually gonna move my PS5 a little bit closer to me so that my controller signal is a little bit stronger. So give me a second or two here, please. There we go. My apologies. We'll see if that helps a little bit with the old signal. Right. So, right, there's a few more enemies here. I am just thinking, okay, yeah. Oh, I missed an item up there. Top of this roof. Oh, please. It's not giving me the greeny thingy. Can just jump up. Damn it. There we go. Almost press triangle. Although I do technically need to heal. Okay. So, this area, there's a few guards, but I would not approach from that side because there's a guy with a big old gun that's going to cause issues for us there. Now, however, I wouldn't mind getting the hidden items here. So you might have seen there's a little ledge over there. There's probably a better way of doing this, but I'm not sure which way that is. So the only way I know to get to that ledge, oopsies, is to drop from here. That's my only understanding. So I'm going to heal. Now, you do take full damage in this game, but it's not crazy. It's not like Soulsborne. Okay, there you go. So in Soulsborne, we would have been killed there. And we get our first bundled Jizo statue, which I've always called bundled jizz statues. So get ready for that one. Small Buddha effigy bound in red cloth. Raise in prayer between one's palms to restore a node of resurrective power. To enswathe a Jizo statue is to express feelings of parental love. The bundle of cloth is to at least ensure that the little one goes on in peace. There we go. So we've had mention there of resurrective powers. You know, what are these powers you talk of? We might not be fully ready for that, but... Oh, sorry, I skipped that one. Garchin's sugar. The High Senpu priest gave this candy to a band of short but adept assassins. Suppresses sound and presence for a time, making the user harder to detect. There you go. So it's a stealth candy. Bite the candy and take the Gachin stance. To impart its inhuman benediction, the assassins do Senpu's dirty work. Once hired guards, now extensions of the monks, will, in their quest for undeath. So it sounds like the monks of the temple have perhaps fallen from grace a little bit there. Okay. So I'm going to go back up there because there is something that I want to get. But for now... Yeah, okay. For now, I'm going to go onto this side and take out this dude. Now, I'm taking them out, but while I'm here, do you know what? I might as well... Black gunpowder, sorry. Black grains forming the base for gunpowder. Material used in alchemical prosthetic tool upgrades, including those of an explosive and occultic nature. Even the most mundane form of gunpowder has a wide variety of applications. There you go. So that is an upgrade material right there that we can use to upgrade our prosthetic tools eventually. So the reason I'm just rushing ahead a little bit here is to get this bonfire here, just so we have a point to teleport back to if we need to, if something goes wrong. Also, if you'll... Excuse me, this controller's fucking pissed me off. I could pause the video, but I'm just going to switch controllers. 1 second. There we go. Let's try this. Let's try this controller. See if it's any better for us before I yeet it out of the window. Okay. Right. So... Yeah, so we got that bonfire. I'm just going to go back over here now. Take out the rest of these guys. There is an item down there, but there's also an enemy here. Yes, I know about you. Okay. Right, this is a bit more of an issue. Honestly, give me this guy. No! Almost. Good enough, same effect. Right, you two lads. Let's see what you can do. No, not two at once, thank you. That's no bueno. There we go. Rightio. So that's all those guys dealt with. Now we're going to go back up here. Now up here, there is a guy. Okay, so these are the merchants of the game. You'll find them dotted throughout the land, as you can see. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Whoops. Oh, my goodness.
Gokuyo, ikaga ka ne?
Kuyo.
Sayo. Shisha tachi no gomeifuku no tame, shina o utte oru. Mita tokoro anta mo, zuibun to koroshite oru na. Gokuyo, shite ikinasare yo.
Crow's Bed Memorial Mob. Interesting name. So, what do we have? We have 238 sen. Now, there's a few items here for purchase. However, the most important item is this, by far. Okay? This is probably the best item in the game. It's probably the best item in the game. It's certainly the best prosthetic tool in the game. Okay? A lot of people will know this. Some people might even be a little bit annoyed that I've, kind of just thrown my hat into the ring and been like, this guy thinks that Robert's firecrackers are the best thing in the game, and it's because they are. So they're really good at distracting enemies, building up poise damage. They give you a window of opportunity. You can use them to escape from enemies. They're amazing. They're an all-rounder. Firecrackers from across southern seas can be fitted to the shinobi prosthetic to become a tool. Makes a deafening sound, frightening to animals, sold by little Robert and his father to raise funds for their travels. Their voyage brought them to Japan, where they would seek the undying in an attempt to extend Robert's life. Okay, so a bit of a sad story there that we might be finding out about later. So I'm absolutely going to prioritize getting this, okay? So what do I want to sell to make that happen? What do I have? Can I even afford to do it, is the question, people. I'm going to definitely sell this. Oh, I've got... For some reason, I thought I only had one of these coin pouches. I have 5, so I have more than enough here. More than enough. Do you know what? I'm going to actually use all these. Okay. Now, the reason is because I would like to buy these too. I'd like to buy these. Okay, so I've lost 20... Wait, how much have I actually lost? I'm not going to do the maths now. But I'd... Then again, I see the irony of the situation now. I spent coin purses to get coin purses back. I think that's because in my haste...
この辺りで使うでないぞ。カラスどもがビビっちまう。奴らいかに賢くとも鳥獣には違いないからの。ひどいことはせぬものじゃ。
I love crows too. So I like to often buy not everything from merchants, but all of the certainly the more rare or finite items within the game. So I was just kind of like blindly thinking to myself, oh yeah, I'll want to buy those coin pouches from this dude, and I just realized that I used coin pouches to buy coin pouches. Oh well. Right. So we've done you. Now we do have that bell. Okay, we do have that bell. And it's going to take us actually to a optional area of the game, okay? And it's a part of the game that is a little bit tougher than perhaps we're ready for at this stage. However, I'm going to see how things go. So, touch remnant.
これも平田のものだ。弔ってやらねば。九郎様。エマ殿。平田から逃れてきた者。他には。もうほとんど残っておりません。そうですか。すまぬ。流因を狙う者は絶えぬ。平田の者たちを。私が巻き込んでしまった。
Did Kuru say that this man died in vain? It doesn't look like a man to me, Kuru. Well, I don't know what you've been smoking there, buddy. Anyways, so yeah, there is sort of a branching path here that there's a choice to make. Yeah, do we try to continue through the game properly, or do we go to this optional area that I've spoken about? Based on that bell that the old lady gave to us, and you'll see what I mean soon. I think I am going to go there, and I'll kind of play it by ear. Speaking of ear,
赤鬼め、縛るだけでは不安じゃのう。戦の前に我らが襲われてはしょうもないわ。いざとなれば火を使うしかあるまい。赤目は火を恐れる。 そういうお達しじゃて。お達しね。変わっちまったな。芦名の戦も。
Red eyes fear fire, so that's a little bit of a clue for us. I'm going to take these guys out, but I'm not going to go up that hill. Because if I do that, we will run into a mini-boss that we can see from down here. And also here, and they are not friendly. They are the opposite of friendly. So I'm gonna be avoiding those for now. But the firecrackers that we just got, Robert's firecrackers, are actually very useful for that dude. Now there is a little side path down here where we can get some items. Also, you saw there was an NPC down there. I'm not going to talk to them yet. Because you can, the dialogue that you receive from them can change depending on whether you've been to this place that I've mentioned. Okay. Possession Balloon. Mibu balloon filled with fountainhead water imbued with the blessing of fortune. If one pops this vibrant green Mibu balloon and prays, those its water splashes upon will have a higher chance of obtaining items. So, Silver Serpent Covetous Ring effect. Mibu means aquatic life or life born of the water. The Ashina consider the fountainhead water itself to be worthy of worship. Very interesting. So we got a couple of those. Honestly, I rarely use the balloons in this game. Possibly every now and then I'll use perhaps the wealth balloons, the ones that give you more sen. But apart from that, honestly, not too interested. Anyway, scrap iron. Iron dregs mined in Ashina. Widely used for basic reinforcement, it can serve as a base material for tool upgrades. Ashina is burdened with thick snow and infertile land, but the scrap iron dug from her soil is anything but crude. There we go. So not good for farming, but good for mining. Good. More industry to destroy the planet, Ashina. That's just wonderful. Okay. So rarely do I use the shimmy mechanic. I just honestly, most of those situations I'm just going to jump across the gap. It's a lot quicker. Quite safe. Anyway, so this is going to lead us back up to where the that big dude was. And we're not going to deal with those just yet, but I do see some spirit emblems over there, so give me those at least, please. Lovely, maybe they're the bodies that Kuro was on about and they just moved them to that, what are they called? Pyre, that's it. So, yes, sorry for fooling about a little bit. I'm going to go back to the temple. I'm going to... actually, I've decided we're going to do something else here, people. We're going to do something else. So you might think I'm a little bit crazy. There's a mechanic in the game. Some of you will know, obviously, some of you won't. There's a mechanic in the game that we need to unlock. Okay? And the only way of doing that is by dying. So, I'm just going to let these dudes kill me. Okay? I know it seems a little bit silly, but bear with me. There we go. I think they expect people to have died already in the game so far. Anyway, resurrect. So, after you have been killed, you can resurrect or you can choose to die. Okay, and very often you will want to do the former. You want to resurrect yourself. It can actually be a tactic. So if you want to, if you're a bit overwhelmed by some enemies and want to get yourself into more of a stealthy position, you might want to die. Wait a few seconds, resurrect. Wait for them to move on. What are you doing, buddy? Are we attacking here or what? I think is he spooked by the fact that I've come back from the dead, maybe? Oh, there you go. Well, okay. Fine by me. So, people, there is more. There is more. Now, what is my situation here? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and get to the next skill point here. I'm gonna get to skill point 2, okay? Because I don't want to lose any experience, because I'm gonna carry on killing myself. There is another element of the death mechanic that we need to try and activate here, okay? And the only way to do that is to die. So like I said, I'm gonna try and get some skill points, so I'll have to kill a few of my enemies, I'm afraid. You have to bear with me. But it's good to get this kind of shit out the way now instead of, you know, later in the game when it starts to cause issues for us. And I'll show you what I mean. You'll just have to kind of trust me. Trust me, I'm a shinobi. I thought there was one more dude, but apparently not. I shouldn't really... Oh, fuck. There's my triangle trick. I shouldn't be collecting sen either, because I'm going to lose a sen. But do you know what? I guess I could go buy the final coin pouch from the mob up here. Oopsies. Where are we going? There we are. I missed this guy. My first time through this game, I missed this guy. But believe it or not, you can actually buy the... Do you know what? I've just done that, but I wouldn't mind having... Wait, how many do you get? You only get 100, don't you? Okay, yeah, you only get 100 per coin pouch. So he takes a profit of 10 sen. Right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind buying these pellets eventually, too. But I shall refrain. Okay, where are we here? So, I did it again. That's going to take some getting used to, people. I apologise. I'm going to be pressing triangle when I should not be pressing triangle. Okay, now... Okay. I just need to take out enough just to get me to level 2. Okay, this isn't great. Okay. So one more kill perhaps will get us to level 2, hopefully. Nope, one more. Come on, big boy. Come at me. What is it with these guys and being so passive? And scared of me. What are you doing? Thank you. There we go. We're right. We got level 2. So our skill points are now safe. Okay. So, how much gold do I have, please? No, I did not. I actually didn't mean to hit triangle at all there. I'm just going to go use this gold to buy some pellets. Okay. So I don't waste my gold when we're killing ourselves. Controller feels a little bit better, which is weird because the other controller was fully charged. So give me one of those. Okay. And now for this. Now it's been a while, so I hope this is right. I hope it works. I hope I don't need to go and talk to somebody again. But I'm pretty sure... Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have to kill ourselves... like a few times, 2 or 3 times or something. Otherwise I'm going to look like a bit of a fool here, aren't I, if it doesn't work. Loss upon death. So we did lose our stuff that time. We lost 3 skill points and 4 gold. If you're playing this game for the first time, you may have already come across the situation I'm trying to force here. So we certainly won't be having a deathless run, put it that way. But it's fine, it's all in the name of science and medicine, you could say. Unseen aid, there we go. So I mentioned unseen aid in the previous vid. I apologise, I do hope this works. Otherwise I'm going to look like a bit of a fool. Oops. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to force the dragon's heritage, which is the power that we use to resurrect. We're trying to force it to be used more and more until something happens in the game, okay? Hopefully this is the one. I'm feeling good about this one. Let's see. Is this the one, Sekiro? That looks different. Woo! Thank God I'm not mad. You see, just have faith, people. Have faith. Deja vu. Putting that rug on me.
目覚めたようじゃな。因果よの。なかなかに死にきれぬようじゃ。
Rot essence. Sculptor. Somewhere a pained cough rings out continuously. The man who coughs zealously sculpts statues of Buddha to avoid being consumed by the building flames. Owning this item reduces one's chances of receiving unseen aid. Timid maid. Somewhere a pained cough rings out. The coughing and wheezing sounds of an old woman deeply worried about her beloved master. Owning this item reduces one's chances of receiving unseen aid. Okay? So 2 people have been infected with dragon rot. Okay? The more one with the power of the dragon's heritage dies, the more a sickness known as dragon rot spreads through the world. Dragon rot is not caused by resurrection. It has a chance to occur only when the wolf truly dies repeatedly. Okay? That's why we were jumping off the side of the building. The more rot essence wolf has, the lower the chances of receiving unseen aid, which helps us to retain our skill points and sen upon death. So, anything from the sculptor about this cough?
なんだお前さん、勘が戻ってきたようじゃな。ちっとは忍びらしくなってきたように見える。とっておきな。
I'm not sure if jumping off the side of a building is very shinobi. But anyway, I believe we got this because we gained a skill point. So if you get a skill point and come back and talk to the sculptor, he'll give you your first esoteric text. So this is your skill tree. This is your first skill tree. A book of secrets that details a variety of techniques employed by shinobi. Grants the ability to learn shinobi-style skills. Within this text are the innermost secrets of the shinobi arts, such as attacks performed in the air and hiding one's body to avoid detection. Such moves could never be practiced by samurai. Lowly samurai.
侍には真似できぬ忍びの戦う術が書いてある。まあどうするかはお前さん次第よ。戦う術など忍びだけでもあるまいて。
Okay. Anything else, sculptor?
どうした竜がよ、よどみのあふれで振りまかれ、やがて死に至る病じゃ。なんだとわしのことなら心配いらぬ。あいにくとまともじゃないんでな。じゃがしゃべるのは面倒じゃ。あとはエマに聞け。
Interesting. You know, he said that we don't need to worry about him dying from dragon rot, but at the same time, the fact that he's even been infected with dragon rot in the first place is interesting. Also, you might be seeing me come to this little hole in the wall throughout the game. That's because we can eavesdrop on the sculptor at certain points throughout the game. Okay? Emma, the dragon rot.
物資殿には会われましたか？
ああ、俺は。
はい。 我が師道元より聞いたことがあります。龍院は海星の力を授けることができる。しかしそれは常ならぬ力。繰り返せばやがてよどみがあふれ、関わった者に病として降りかかる。その病を竜害と呼ぶと知りながら、それを止められなかったは私の不明です。すみません。
その竜害を治す術は？
わかりません。ですが突き止めねば。まずは死の残した記録を当たってみます。
頼む。
海星の力は九郎様の龍院の巫女の力と言われています。海星の力を与えられた者は死してなおよみがえる。幾度でも。また変わったことがあれば知らせてください。海星の力が何も見返りを求めぬとは思えぬのです。
Well, clearly not, my dear.
ではまた。
So apparently we've somehow received this heritage, this power of resurrection from Kuro, who is a special person in this world. Also, apparently, the more we die, the more we steal life essence from other characters within the world. So there is a cost associated with us dying, basically. Now, we're going to rest because we're going to reset the world state. And you'll see Emma may have disappeared. Okay. She's in there with the sculptor. Now, let me hug this wall at the back and see if there's anything. Yes, indeed. Let's listen in.
それで十分。ありがとう、少女。
エマよ。ジジイのハイタッチなんぞどうするってんだ。
竜害の調べを治す術を探りたいのです。少女、あなたのためでもあるのですよ。
そうかい。だがいらぬ世話だ。こんなもんは自力で。
うん。さて、見せてもらおう。竜害の血よ。お前は果たしていかに病を起こす。
道元、エマのやつはやはりお前さんにそっくりだぞ。
Interesting, he said Dorgen instead of Dogen. I wonder if maybe that's just a nickname he had for him. Also, you notice Emma was calling the sculptor orangutan, which is interesting. Very interesting.
何をしている？
ああ、あなたですか。竜害の調べのために仏師殿が吐いた血の塊をいただいていたのです。
血の塊？
はい。咳とともに出たものです。血の色がわずかによどんでいるような。しかし、これだけでは定かには。
できることはあるか？
竜害にかかったものが吐いた血の塊。それがもっとあれば、より詳しい調べをできます。
竜害にかかったものがいれば当たってみよ
う。お願いします。
So,
では、また。
Emma needs more blood samples, and we know that one other person in the world currently is infected with dragon rot. Okay. Again, that's Elden Ring. That's me trying to open the map in Elden Ring. Okay, is that my messages there? Yeah. Viewed remnants, right, okay. How many can you do in this game? Is it 10? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, the standard 10. So we got to go to that old lady. Okay. Where are we here? It's going to be the quickest. So we're going to go to the old lady again. And we need a blood sample from her. Also, I was thinking Emma. Like, it's obviously, you know, one would assume that it's a Western name. So it's kind of an interesting choice to call, you know, her Emma, unless Emma is used in Japan. I don't really know. Maybe it is. I've watched, you know, a lot of Japanese media in my time, and I've not really heard it used very much. So maybe someone in the comments knows why she's called Emma, or if it's in fact a popular name in Japan. Maybe that would be good. Why am I coming up here? That's a good question. That's triangle. Yeah, we'll get there eventually, Josh. Just you know, try to use your brain every now and then. Might help. So, Mama's looking a bit worse for wear. Sounds like she was about to keel over and die there. Take up blood sample. Lovely. Blood sample of a dragon rot victim contains stagnated blood. Emma can use this to find a cure for dragon rot. Do you know what? Give me this. Dilapidated temple, please. So that's our homeward bone, or dark sign item right there. Takes a while to use. Interesting how Sekiro was kind of playing along that time. He answered to her, calling him Inosuke. Emma?
お主と
はい。
お主と九郎様の幻を見た。
幻。
ああ、九郎様は今はどこにいる？
アシナの城。その天守近くで囚われとなっておいでです。ですが、城の門は閉じられています。
そうか。
We're already on 48 minutes. You know, this is kind of the problem with the beginning of the game. Like, there's so many mechanics to get through and, like, dialogue. So I apologize, we've not really got into the meat and bones of the game yet. And I kind of want to do some fighting too. But after this little dragon rot section, we should be having a lot more gameplay. But it's all necessary evils, I'm afraid.
狼殿、よく参られました。
Give blood sample.
手に入れた。
血の塊ですね。見せてください。物資殿のものと同じように。
I hope you're wearing gloves, Emma.
よどんでいる。だがこれは。
足りるか。
おそらくは。これで流害の調べを進めます。また戻った時に解を得ていること。期待していてください。では。
Emma, very much the medical professional. So we're gonna rest, change the world state again, and we talk to Emma. She might have something for us. In fact, she definitely will.
待っていました。
わかったのか。
はい。解を得ました。流害の源。それは血のよどみです。
何故血がよどむ？
あなたは たとえ海星の力が尽きていたとしても、いずれ蘇っています。代わりの力をどこかから奪っているのでしょう。
流害になったものからか。
おそらくは流害になった者は人が人として生きるための当たり前の力を奪われています。故に血がよどむのでしょう。
どうやって直す？
奪ったものを返せばいい。これを受け取ってください。
You're basically saying we're a vampire. A vampire shinobi. It's kind of cool. Dragon's Blood Droplet, an item that is rarely dropped by a divine heir of the dragon's heritage. Using it will slightly increase resurrective power. Restore the power of life to those who have been drained of it by offering this drop to the sculptor's idol with the recovery charm in hand. In turn, all afflicted with the dragon rot will be healed. The incessant coughing must cease. And the recovery charm. Created by Emma. With this charm, one can offer a dragon's blood droplet at a sculptor's idol to restore all afflicted with dragon rot back to health. The charm contains a dragon rot victim's blood, lovely, which Emma managed to purify and solidify into a bloodstone. Well, that makes you think of Bloodborne a little bit, doesn't it?
Okami殿、かつてアシナに流害が広まったことがあったと言います。その時は治すことがかなわず、助かるものはなかったそうです。
そうか。
我が師道元の悔い、わずかでも晴らせたのならば良いのですが、かつてアシナに。
Oh, somebody was using the dragon's heritage before us. Interesting. Okay, so let's cure that up. Here we go. So our unseen aid returns back to 30%. And let's go talk to Emma again, see if she has anything to say.
仏師殿の流害、治ったようです。
ああ。
これを仏師殿に渡してください。
Ashina sake. A bottle of Ashina sake given by Emma. Sake is a drink meant for sharing. While it does not contain water from the fountainhead, it is made from the purest of waters and is a drink beloved by the people of Ashina. So anyone who's not sure, sake is a type of rice wine.
これは
あの人の好きなお茶です。回帰祝いに良いでしょう。
I wouldn't mind a cup of tea, Emma. I'm into Assam at the moment, if anyone knows Assam tea. I think it's an Indian tea leaf. Very sort of malty, but strong. It's quite nice, actually. I like a strong tea or a strong coffee, but with milk in it. Sculptor, anything new?
鈴が鳴いてるな。この古い鈴のことか。老婆が仏様に備えろと、そう言っていた。その鈴、見覚えはあるか？いや、覚えはない。鈴の方は違うな。お前さんに何やら言いたいことがあるようじゃ。なんだと？鈴を備えてみるといい。そこにある優しい顔の仏様は、わしの彫った仏とはわけが違う。まことの仏師が彫られたものだからな。
Interesting. I like how he said, when he did Ring Ring, he said like Chring Tring, I think, something like that, which is interesting. That must be how they pronounce that sound effect in Japan, I guess. Anyway. Any more? No. So, I'm not going to give the drink to the sculptor yet. okay? Now, one of the reasons for this is there is a very finicky element to this game, okay, that involves you getting a certain discussion from the sculptor, okay? Now, I'm not sure if it matters if that discussion happens now in the game or later, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be playing it safe. I'm going to be doing it closer to the time when I know that I'm able to procure the certain outcome that I want from giving that drink to the sculptor. Okay, so I'm not going to give it to him now. So I'm going to hang on to them. Okay. Now there are actually 3 NPCs in the game that you can give drinks to. Okay. Let me see here. Was it Ashina Sake we got? Yes. So the 2 drinks that we need to give to the sculptor. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink myself. Are Ashina Sake and Monkey Booze. Okay. So, whilst you can give these drinks to all 3 NPCs in the game, I'd keep at least 1 Ashina Sake and 1 Monkey Booze available to give to the sculptor at a certain point in the game, or, like I said, I'm going to be doing it at a certain point in the game. It might not matter, but I'm going to be hanging on to those 2 drinks, Ashina Sake and Monkey Booze. Okay. Now, there's one more thing I want to do before I interact with that Buddha, and that is we can finally get some skills going here, people. Now, we've got 2 skill points to play with. Okay, so red is an active ability. Okay. Yellow is a passive ability. And blue is kind of like a special technique. Okay. So it's passive and active in a way. So if an enemy performs a certain action, you can counteract what they're doing with this ability, with the blue abilities. So the first thing we're going to go for here, and probably the best skill in the entire game. Okay, and I'm sure, again, most people will agree here, like with Robert's Firecrackers, is the Mikiri counter. Okay, this is absolutely necessary for us to have. Don't waste your time with this, okay? This is what you need. The Mikiri counter. Okay? Now, sorry, I'm just thinking here what these actually are. This is stealth suppression. I think you can get an upgraded Mikiri counter from this one here, this blue one. I'm not sure what you are, but to my knowledge, I think these 2 up here, or at least one of them, is really important. I think one of these yellow ones, these passive effects, allows you to heal from doing death blows on enemies, which is insane for us. Okay, that's one of the best techniques in the game. I'm going to be trying. Oh, is it called Breath of Life? It's something like Breath of Life. Okay. Oh, they're called. One sec. Oh no, never mind. Latent effect. Okay, so the blue ones are called martial arts. There you go. Right. So we've got Mikiri counter. There should be new training available. Yep. There's going to be new training available from our buddy here. I think this is the last training he offers. So, I could be incorrect there, but for now, let's get this one out of the way. So, Mikiri counter. You remember I mentioned earlier how you can deflect thrust attacks if you parry at the last millisecond. However, the better option is to use the Mikiri counter, because what you'll do is step on their blade. So it's a lot easier to perform, and it also deals huge posture damage to your opponent, which is crazy for us. Okay, we want.
底元の技の
So we want to be using that as much as possible when enemies are doing thrust attacks, okay? And it's also a way for us to kind of stay in there, stay in the combat without having to withdraw or dodge an incoming attack or something. So it allows us to stay aggressive too. Okay, now let's put the charm down here. I was going to say bell bearing then, as if we're playing Elden Ring. The bell charm.
目をつぶり鈴の声を聞いてやるといいその鈴の音が呼び覚ますじゃろう眠っちまってるお前さんの古い記憶を
Silly ant. You think I only need one arm to pray? Sorry, Hunter x Hunter reference. Right, people, this is a bit weird. But like I said, we're now in a sort of a side optional area of the game. Okay? Now I say optional. You don't have to come here to complete the game, but also I would come here because we're going to get certain key items, we're going to be able to fight a boss, and get some lore about the game as well. So it's important that we come here. Now, yeah, we're going to leave it here because unfortunately it's been an hour. So I apologize if it was very much like, you know, we didn't really make much progress in the sense that we didn't get much further. We were like talking to a lot of NPCs and stuff like that. But in the next episode, we'll be tackling this place. And in this place, there are lots and lots and lots of enemies to kill, which I will be looking forward to. Although there is a water section down there and a certain NPC that we'll have to talk to. But aside from that, I'm still used to doing 2 hours from my Elden Ring playthroughs. It's tempting to do 2 hours, but I think, you know, ultimately that's a little bit too long for most people. So we'll have to compromise with an hour long episode each time, I think. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching as usual, and I think I will be catching you in the next episode. Bye.